So what's your favourite scene in the two films?
My favourite scene. I don't think there's one particularly stellar scene that stands out.
Right. Okay.
Which is often the case. You know, I have favourite scenes in many other Tarantino films.
Yeah.
But with this one, there's a lot of good scenes. I do like the bit all around Bud, because it's the first time that you actually see her vulnerable again. Because she's just an absolute savage, isn't she?
Yeah.
Like, when you see her beat the Crazy 88s and Lucy Liu, she's just a destroyer.
Yeah.
There's absolutely no question about her winning, because she's just ripping through everybody. And it's like when she fights what's the first assassin called in her house, and she sees her daughter.
Venetia Green.
That was another link as well that I wrote down that I've forgotten, is the cereal box that she puts on the end of the gun. That cereal appears in other Tarantino films.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, I think it might even appear in Pulp Fiction.
Well, he refuses to use actual brands, so he does his own. So I guess it would make more sense just to keep using the same ones.
Yeah, I think that one. I think it might be like at Bonnie's husband's house.
Right. Okay.
What's it called? What?
Lance.
Lance.
Yeah.
At Lance's house. I think it might be there.
Ross, when was the last time you watched these films?
I watched them right before I thought we were doing a podcast. But I wasn't. The difference is when I watched Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, I watched them sat here making copious notes about not just observations, but linking them to facts that I read afterwards. I didn't do that with Jackie Brown or Kill Bill.
No.
Because Kill Bill, Fatima wanted to watch them as well.
Yeah.
So I just sat in the living room and watched them. So I didn't take away the same level of detail as I did when I was on my own with my notebook. But I think I'm at the back of, because I remember when I saw it, I knew straight away where that cereal was. I think it might be at Lance's house.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, don't you, when she turns around?
Yeah.
But yeah, her, the Crazy 88s and Lucy Liu, like, she's just fucking on a tear, and it's like nothing can stop this person. Like, she's just going to destroy everyone. But when you see Bud, that's the first time. It's like not only does he completely fuck her over, he does it in a really easy, simple way. Yeah,
and he could easily have just killed her.
Yeah. He could have just curb stomped her there and then.
Yeah,
job done. But it's how stupid she is as well. It's like she was literally doing such a good job of hiding, being right underneath the thing. He's looking out, and she's being really, really stealthy, only to go running in the front door anyway. So that was a bit of a brain fart on her part, wasn't it?
Yeah, very true.
You know, why do that?
Yeah.
And they fucking hell, at the impact of that shotgun, she gets absolutely launched. Just gets launched and just slides along the gravel.
Yeah, no, I still think the Crazy 88 fight is my favorite scene out of the whole two films.
I can see why. Yeah, I mean,
because it just keeps going. It just keeps going, and then it switches to black and white, and then it switches to silhouettes. You know, just in front of this big white light, and they're just silhouettes.
It's like a cool video game, because you've even got you've got boss fights in there,
or a music video.
You've got Johnny Moore.
Yeah,
you know he's going to be tougher because he's the leader of the Crazy 88. And then you've got the two characters are really good as well. The two the girl, crazy girl, she's a really good character. And isn't there another guy as well?
I'm sort of, but to a lesser extent.
Yeah. But she's terrifying. She is terrifying. She's just dead behind the eyes, isn't she?
Yeah.
And you see a little bit of her backstory as well.
Yeah.
She's only like fucking 14 or something.
No, she isn't. She just dresses like she is. That's the whole thing. She is a bit older. But she was in Battle Royale, wasn't she?
Yes.
And she stabs a guy in the balls in that, and that's literally Tarantino saw her as like, right, she's perfect for this one. Yeah. We'll get her doing the same in this.
Yeah.
But
the weapon she has is really scary as well.
Oh yeah, can you imagine
that ball that she just kicks and?
We just know that if you're anywhere near that, that's going to hurt.
There's something with that weapon, because it's the same with the King of the Nazgul, the Witch King. You know, when he gets off, when he's.
And he just drops it.
and he just let it. You just see it swing like Bill's balls, and it just hits the floor and rolls around a bit. You just see Bill's onion bag.
That's the podcast title.
You didn't think I'd leave you hanging for one, did you?
No. I was getting concerned there wasn't one.
Rectal shelf. It's my favourite part listening back to our podcast is what Simon put at the end. I also like the do I have a sign saying dead halibut story? At first, because I was half listening because I was working. I was like, "What was that?" And then I rewound it. I was like, "I see what he's done there." Simon's still uncomfortable with certain things.
Yeah.
You're uncomfortable with that word. You're uncomfortable with me saying spasticated or spaz. I know that makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, you wait till you hear what I did with your dream last week.
I don't think spaz. I think it's all entirely dependent on the context. It's like I would never refer to someone as that. I would never use it as an insult to call someone that.
No.
But that was very specific to that dream. Yes. That word was used in anger.
Yeah.
So I can't talk about it without using it. But then part of me thinks like there's very few words that I won't use.
Yeah.
And if a word isn't used often, it makes me want to use it just as a form of expression, just for the shock factor. I mean, I think I've completely desensitized cunt.
Obviously not.
Big fan of that word. Massive fan of that word. But I do quite like playing around with words that are deemed. I like using very harsh words in a situation that is very tame. That's what I like doing.
I also think that like you say, the odd cunt here and there, it doesn't harm anyone.
As long as not too many of them.
Yeah. Well, I think we both do it. We both use words like that occasionally for effect.
Well, yeah, like we were driving down the road the other day, and there was a little kid, and he's like, I think he literally hadn't done like barely anything wrong. I think he was a little bit too far ahead of his mum and dad. His mum was saying, "Come back here, will you?" And he turned around and he started walking back towards him. And we were just driving like in traffic with the window down. And Fatima was like, I think she was saying something like, "I'd be really worried near a main road." And a kid like that, And I'd said, "Yeah, but the kid's clearly a little cunt, isn't he?" And I only said it for effect. There's not 1% of me that means it. No. It's just because there's absolutely no reason to call that little child a cunt. But I'm going to, because I think it's funny.
Yeah, quite right.
Snakes make me feel really uncomfortable, and the fact that the girl, Ellie, and she that snake that just bites him like 6 times on his face.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Yeah,
like, can you imagine a snake being latched onto your face?
Yeah.
Like, how uncomfortable does that thought make you? Very.
Yeah, I'm not scared of snakes at all. I know a lot of people that are. They don't even like the sight of them. Doesn't bother me as long as I know they're not poisonous. I'm fine. If it was poisonous, then that's very different. But snakes don't bother me as such.
It's just the way they. I guess it's. I don't think I have a. I probably.
How else can they move?
Yeah,
they haven't got any legs.
I think phobia would be a strong word for it for me.
Yeah,
I've always been very fascinated by how concerned they make me feel. Because I watch them. I watch I've seen so many snake videos on YouTube, and
you dirty bastard.
I'll sit and watch them, and I'll be like, watching like a fucking anaconda slowly swallow a crocodile or something.
Yeah.
Or like a black mamba. That's her name, isn't it? Black mamba. She's
yeah.
Or like a cobra with its wings out like that. Just scary as fuck.
Yeah.
When you see these kids in India who are just amazing at getting rid of them,
and
they'll just blag them and get around them. They'll be like that, and the thing will be like fucking with its wings out, and they'll have it like that.
Yeah,
it's like Jesus Christ, absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
and all I could think when Black Mamba was fighting Ella, was where's that snake? I couldn't be in that caravan knowing there was a snake kicking around. They're absolutely beating fuck out of each other. All I can think is, where's that snake at right now?
Yeah.
That's all I was thinking the whole time. And you do see it again, don't you?
Yeah, you do see it right at the end, yeah.
And do you think you see it because is it suggesting that Snake bites her as well?
I think that's why it's there.
Because she doesn't actually kill her, does she?
No. That's why there's a question mark at the end whether she's dead or not.
Yeah, because she blinds her.
Yeah.
That is grim as well.
The squishing.
Yeah, does she stand on it or does she squeeze it in her hand?
Well, no, she squishes it with her toes. It pops through, it pops through her toes.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, visceral.
It's quite satisfying though.
No, it's not.
I'd like to try it.
No, I don't like it. Yeah, I bet you like popping spots, don't you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not into any of that, mate. Not into any of that at all. That Dr. Pimple popper makes me feel sick.
Oh no, please.
There's something about viscous juices going through holes. There's something to that, isn't there?
I like popping my own spots. I popped other people's in the past, but I cannot watch that program. It knocks me sick. Yeah, especially when Charlotte will be able to quote them because she loves it. The really massive ones that she has to slice open, and it's all flaky inside.
I've never watched it, so you're talking about it.
Oh, the satisfying ones are the ones that she manages to take out whole, and it leaves a satisfying hole where it's been.
No, it's not satisfying. It's disgusting.
Have you never had like a blackhead or a spot you can just pull out and it leaves a hole for a few seconds?
Well, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
But it's satisfying, isn't it?
No, I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
If you're taking a spot right out and it leaves a hole for a second.
I know what you're fucking saying, Simon. I get the point. There's a little hole in your face. It comes out clean, no resistance. You don't have to continue squeezing. It's nice and neat. No, I don't like it.
Weirdo.
At all. There was an American Horror Story series where one of the characters had a phobia for it was like little holes.
Right.
And she kept, whenever she was panicking, she would start sort of like seeing these little holes everywhere.
Right.
And there's a type of frog that like pushes juices, like fluids out of like holes on its back.
Right. Okay.
And you basically see all these little holes and it's like white and yellowy fluid coming out of these holes. And it's fucking absolutely disgusting. One of
the grimmest things I've ever seen at a museum, and I can't remember, I think it's Manchester Museum. They've got like a completely sliced in half
gammon
toad that was pregnant. Obviously dead.
Yeah.
And you can just see all of these. Oh, was it a toad? Yeah, I'm sure it was. Yeah, and you can just see all these pockets of little dead babies.
Oh,
it's just like,
no. Imagine like biting into that.
Oh, I wouldn't eat a toad anyway.
Not a full one.
No.
It's back half, wouldn't you, like a bear? Remember that scene from Kevin and Perry Go Large?
I've never seen it.
Really?
No, I've never seen it.
Never seen Kevin and Perry. I mean, it doesn't age well, but
No.
you're well in touch with the 90s.
Oh yeah, I should have watched it. I know I should have watched it.
You still can.
Yeah. Oh,
It's good. It's good. But there's a do you know the scene I'm talking about?
No.
There's a very famous scene. The point is they come across these two. Obviously, they're in Ibiza. They're trying to be superstar DJs, and they come across these two girls on the beach.
Right.
And the idea is they're supposed to be minging.
Right.
And they're absolutely covered head to toe in big yellow pussy spots, and they're just like a couple of grim lasses.
Right. Okay.
And they get talking to them, and they're like, they're gonna go out on a date with these two girls. And these two, you see a montage of these two girls getting ready, and it's like one of them's lying down getting waxed, and the other one's got a big thing of waxing tape, waxing strips, and she's pulling it away, and it's like a giant, it's like fucking Bigfoot's foot, you know. But a massive part of that scene is them popping the spots in the mirror. And there's just pus getting blasted all over the camera, and it's like there's like big ones on the reds and on the thing, and like on there and on there, and it's like, and for about 30 seconds is just a montage of spots being popped.
Right. Okay.
And it's like, for me, it was up there with sort of Harry having a shit in Dumb and Dumber. You know, that scene where he's on the toilet having a shit. As a kid, that's the funniest thing you've ever seen. And that spot popping scene, even as a kid, I was like, that's too much. Fucking horrible. But yeah, so the whole eye thing, the idea of having your eye ripped out.
Oh yeah, that's.
Are you just going to ask how we got onto this?
I have no idea how we got to that.
The idea of having your eye ripped out for me is enough to make me like that. That makes me feel like queasy. Is like the idea of somebody just doing that and just ripping your eye out.
No, I mean, obviously, I don't like the idea of that. It's just I think I quite like to see what it felt like to have an eyeball squish through my toes.
Yeah, that's really weird, man. I mean, have you heard yourself?
I edit all the podcasts, yeah.
I mean, there's no way you can legitimize or justify that statement.
It doesn't have to be human eye. I could do it with like go to the butcher's and get a cow's eye.
But why? You obviously think it would feel quite nice.
You
wouldn't do it if you thought it would felt disgusted. Obviously, part of you thinks
it could be disgusting.
I feel nice.
It might be just be quite satisfying to feel the pop under your toes.
Would it be part of your bill asphyxie wank? You have the flute in one hand, cock in the other, and an eyeball between your toes.
Worth a go. What harm would it do?
We'll never sleep in the same room again.
But Simon is in the wardrobe again.
Where's Ross? Is he awake?
Have you seen Ross? He is in the toilet.
It's just like that.
Release the drawbridge.
It is.
Oh,
like someone just blown a hole in the side of a dam. Pressure.
A dam filled with fruits of the forest yogurt.
To be fair, I got an idea of what that was like yesterday when I was in the kitchen and my niece went in for a poo. And it sounded awful, and I came out and I was like, fucking Christ. But this is what it's like knowing me. The thing is, I don't do particularly, smell is not a problem I have.
Smell is not a problem. Okay, yeah, go on, carry on.
It's just it's the audible.
Yeah.
I think you got it like 3 times in a day, didn't you?
Yeah.
Can't even go quad biking. Ross?
I got woken up by it, and then after quad biking, decided to go for a wee. Thought I was on my own. The stealth shit creeps again.
Did you think it was just a really vivid memory? So vivid that it was replaying, you could almost hear it.
It's so fresh in my mind.
I think because with that type of sound, you know exactly what an arsehole is doing. You know, it's you know, it's like a very busy cat flap.
Like what? Sorry, I didn't hear that.
It's like a very busy cat flap.
Hundreds of cats have just decided to
Yeah.
run into your house. Yeah.
There's a lot going through it. Yeah. There's a lot going through it very quickly.
Oh, I'm fucking sweating. Look at that. Look at what you made me do.
Christ. That's ridiculous.
Oh, it's warm in here anyway. Look, that is fucking revolting. I might just sit here topless. Oh dear.
You can only get away with that sort of sweat patch in abroad.
Yeah.
Because every fucker's got it. It's nice in here. I've got the door open.
Oh, I could do with cat flapping there.
How did you feel about the sort of final? Because there's a big build-up, isn't there?
Oh, I was opening the window. I wasn't actually showing me how for that, but I did.
There's a very big build-up to that final scene, isn't there?
Yeah.
I keep going back to this note that I've got on my screen, and I keep only half reading it. Hang on, let me just go quiet while I quickly skim through this.
I'm gonna go and change my shirt. This is disgusting.
The back of it. The back of your shirt when you stood up then was a sight to behold.
It's very quick as well. If you looked at my back 2 minutes before that, there would have been any.
It'd have been bone dry.
Yeah.
As soon as we start talking about my asshole, isn't it? Just gets you sweating.
As been said before.
Is that a t-shirt I got you?
Yeah. Simon and Ross podcast.
Looks good.
Yeah. Have you found the clip that you're looking at?
I read through it, yeah. It wasn't actually as good as it made itself out to be. I was just thinking about, you know, we haven't talked about the ending really. Can you hear me?
Can you hear loads of people screaming?
No.
All right, okay.
Because when he was writing the film, that's sort of the idea of the daughter still being alive.
Yeah.
Was like sort of spur of the moment. Like it was pretty much entirely written.
Oh, really? Right.
It was like actually, yeah, that final twist was like super last minute. Like, the daughter could actually still be alive.
Right. Okay.
I mean, I don't know how.
Yeah.
I can't see how that would be possible. I mean, I don't know how far on she was supposed to be, like how pregnant she was supposed to be.
I'm guessing quite.
But it sort of it makes you think that, well, the only way that would be possible is if they took a body and cut the baby out of her pretty much immediately.
No, she never actually died though, did she? She was just in a coma.
Yeah.
Can you still be? I don't know. I'm asking questions. I don't know.
I don't think so.
I know. No. Okay.
What was that thing I watched recently where? Oh, it was. I don't know if you've seen The Sandman, the Netflix series.
No.
That has a similar thing in it where there's a lady in a coma and she actually gives birth while in a coma.
Yeah.
But she wasn't even pregnant when she went into a coma.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So is that a similar sort of situation?
No.
All right. Okay.
No, I think it's got something to do with some fantasy shit.
Oh, right. Okay. No, fair enough. Some
godlike intervention.
Right.
But yeah, what did you think of it? Did you feel, because obviously it's they're making a sandwich, you know, in the kitchen, and Bill's
I did want him to make me a sandwich.
Telling you, man, that's the way it works. It's English fucking halibut. There's nothing special about it. It's a bit of shitty ham or whatever.
A lot of ham though.
Probably bologna or something.
Yeah.
And
Slice of rubbish cheese.
Yeah, it cuts the crust off, which I've never understood. I just, why get rid of the crust? Crust is good.
It's supposed to be fancier, isn't it? If the crusts are cut off.
Bollocks, isn't it?
Yeah. Gives you nothing to hold.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just the way he's like making this, slapping it on there and telling another shit story. I think he was telling a story about how
the goldfish,
the daughter, killed the goldfish.
Yeah.
And he basically uses an anecdote to illustrate a point about everything.
Yeah, absolutely everything.
Do you think that he do you think he tries to convince her to just live a life with him and the daughter? Because he says like he regrets it and he's been sort of pretty much depressed ever since, doesn't he?
No, I don't think he's trying to get her to stay with him. I almost think he's accepted the fact that he's going to die.
Well, he was going to fight it to the death, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Just remind me how it goes from, because he says, "Oh, I know a place down on the beach.
Yeah,
it'd be a perfect place for a duel." How does it go from that? Does he try something? Does he try and
Doesn't she go for a sword?
What leads her to just do that technique on it?
Bearing in mind we've only just watched this film, I actually can't remember that last bit.
So I'm trying to think, does he do something similar to the first lady where he just tries to quickly kill her, like quickly dispatch her on the sly?
All right, shall I can actually show you the last bit if you want.
Let's just see.
No kill. I've
just got a black screen. I can hear it, I can't see it. There you go.
All right, okay. Maybe I can't. Maybe I can't. That is a good question because I don't remember either.
The others so they tend truth serum.
Is that your explanation?
Right, okay. Let me just see if I can share the whole screen.
No, I didn't say I was going to explain myself.
No, it doesn't. I can't do it.
You just watch. It's only fucking a tiny bit. You watch it and tell me.
Right. So basically, she says, "You and I have unfinished business." They both go to grab the swords, and then they have the fight. That's about it.
Oh, I thought they were supposed to, because they were going to walk somewhere, weren't they?
Yeah, maybe that was never going to happen.
And then it's this idea that somehow 5 steps is going to have a.
Well, you just wouldn't take the 5 steps, would you? Ever?
Sit there forever.
Yeah.
There must be a way to undo it, especially if somebody with Bill's connections. You just be like, right, okay, you've done it.
What if you walk back? What if you walk backwards? Would you get those steps back?
Yeah. What if you moonwalked? What if you walked in such a way where a pedometer can't track it?
Yeah.
Because your feet are never leaving the floor. So that would be a fun way to get vengeance. You've got to moonwalk for the rest of your life. You wake up one night pissed, desperate for the toilet, and you get out of bed and
you realise you've taken 3 steps and you have to try and aim from where you stood.
Well, yeah, you got to keep track of it. It's like, oh shit, I definitely took 2 steps.
Yeah. Yeah. I was saving a step for Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. And then there'd be nothing worse, would you? Thinking you've got 2 steps, you've only got 1.
Yeah. It'd be even worse if you lived your whole life and you realise you thought you only had 1 step, but you actually had 2. Because you miscounted once when you were at best.
It's like, what is it about 5 steps that just makes your heart explode?
I don't know. And he does it. He takes 5 steps and then dies, doesn't he? So
he willingly just accepts it and walks away. I can't remember what the technique's called now.
5-finger death punch. something like
No,
that.
that's a shit metal band.
Oh right, yeah. That's right.
But yeah,
That's what they named themselves after, wasn't it?
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 5-finger ass fillet or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that 5-finger ass fillet. Yeah. It's exactly what it is. Yeah. Back to you.
You took 5 steps and you shit yourself.
Did someone do that to you when you were a kid?
I was gonna say, no, never mind. When I was a kid, someone's creeping into my room once a week.
Every night. Oh no.
Waking up, taking 5 steps and shitting myself.
That's a cartoon I want to make. Someone sneaks through your window at night. Wake up. Oh, it's happened again. That's a man. Beatrix's ghost. I remember the first time I watched it thinking it was very anti-climactical. You know, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot has happened in that film.
Well, you don't get many big battles, and you sort of tell yourself that you do, even on the rewatch.
Yeah.
But there's actually only 2.
Yeah.
There's a Crazy 88s and there's a fight scene with Ella.
Yeah. You've got Venetia Green at the beginning of the first one. Just pretty epic when they're smashing the living room up. But obviously that just ends when the child walks through the door. Yeah.
And she says so, doesn't she? If you want to grow up and kill me, I'll get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's supposedly what the third one's going to be about.
Yeah. And it's never going to happen.
I don't know. It might.
I don't think he's going to do a third one.
It might. The thing is, right now, her daughter, Thingy's daughter, who's in Stranger Things, isn't she?
Yes, Uma Thurman and
Ethan Hawke's daughter. So Maya Hawke. Hawk.
Yeah.
They I wanted to be Falcon, but they call me Maya Hawke.
I wanted Falcon. They gave me Hawk.
She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for a little bit.
Right.
So she's already worked with him as well. So potentially it's been rumored that it would be her that plays Uma Thurman's daughter.
What, and she would be fighting the assassin's daughter?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It could be interesting.
It's what I mean.
What?
What's so special about Uma Thurman's character that she's so like? Because you don't really know enough about her for her to be this like worth all the hassle.
And I think the scene where he's telling that story with his flute, she almost doesn't have any interest in that life.
No,
you know, she seems to be just going along with it for
she's
Bill.
Just some lass.
Yeah, she just seems to be going along with it for Bill, and she's like, yeah, you're going to be trained by this guy. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'll see you in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, oh, right, okay. But it's the first.
She does possess some rudimentary kung fu experience.
Yeah.
Well, she's supposed to be amazing with a sword.
Yeah.
At that point, so he obviously meets her in some, I don't know, Taekwondo club on a Friday night, pot noodle club.
Middle-aged divorcees.
Is that where he meets her at pot noodle club?
I love the way you just toss that off as if everyone used to go to pot noodle club when they were a kid.
There's a lot of things that I think everybody knows and does, and it's just me. I thought everybody called one of their grandmas Power Nana.
What?
When I was growing up, my dad's mum was Grandma.
Right.
My mum's mum was Power Nana.
Why?
I think it's because she was a maiden name was Towers.
Right.
And it was like it was Nana Towers, and then it was Power Nana. But I thought that everybody had a grandma and a Power Nana. So you'd say like, "Oh, who's your power nana?"
It sounds like an inventory for a fighting game.
You'd say like, "Who's your grandma?" and "Who's your power nana?" And it wasn't until I was like 16 that I found out that I think I'm the only one that had a power.
I think you are the only. I can almost safely say you're the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you are the only one.
Yeah. But that's what you used to say. You said,
Did your sisters call her Power Nana?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. When we were kids, we were all called Power Nana.
And did she know that you called her Power Nana?
Yeah. It wasn't like a piss take thing. That's just what she was called.
No, I don't mean that. It's just you referred to her as Power Nana to her.
No, I think it was just Nana.
Right. Okay.
I think it was when you were referring to her and she wasn't there, and you were going to, where are we going? Oh, well, we're going to see your grandma and granddad, and we're going to go and see your Power Nana. Right.
Okay. Yep. No, I've never heard that.
Yeah, Top Noodle Club's one of them, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely is.
But every school was running them. Well, it wasn't even a school thing; it was an entirely different group of people who were getting us off the streets.
Imagine if you got your Power Nana to come to Pot Noodle Club with you, you'd have exploded, wouldn't you? But not going back to the last scene. I think, like I said, the first few times it is definitely an anticlimactic experience, but this last time especially, I kind of just got it. You just kind of think, what? It doesn't need a big battle.
No, it sort of, yeah.
I think it would almost be a bit weird if it was now.
But part of me just like, I really want to see what the crack is with Bill.
Yeah.
I want to know what he's done. I want to know why everyone's so scared of him, why everybody regards him as the devil, and just get a bit of an idea of like, a bit of a bit of a Yoda versus Palpatine type.
Yeah. It does come across as being, I mean, admittedly very dull stories, but quite charming with it.
Oh yeah, I can see why he's an interesting dude.
Yeah.
Like, and he's very different, isn't he? Like, I get that he's not a usual dude, but just proper droopy balls, man. He's got an absolute turkey neck down there.
Yeah.
He's a lot older.
Yeah.
He's a lot older than
any other.
Fucking hell, what's the name? Beatrix.
Yeah.
Is a lot older than her, but he's probably twice her age.
Yeah, and then some.
And
then some, yeah.
So it's like, how did they meet? Like, was he always, because he was sending her out on missions, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So it's like, was he really possessive over her? Because it seems to me, the impression I get is he didn't really put up much of a fight when it came to her leaving.
No.
She found out she was pregnant, and she decided the life was no longer for her.
Yeah.
And there's nothing in there to suggest that he was like doing everything in his power to stop her from leaving the life. She just did, and he just continued to track her, basically.
But is that because he was of no use to her? She was not able to carry on being an assassin if she was pregnant. So did she stop being useful to him? Maybe,
but then I think it's more to do with his love for her than the fact that he can't use her as an assassin anymore.
Yeah,
he's got loads of assassins, hasn't he?
Got loads of hot
assassins.
Yeah, but she was the best, so
Yeah, was she though?
Yeah, I don't know. There's no evidence really, apart from everything you see after.
Yeah,
so don't know.
They're all basically a bunch of kids. When you look at Lucy Liu and you look at the first lass, and Beatrix, like what are they all? What would you say? They're all to me they all look like they're in the 20s.
28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've got old lecherous Bill in it. Maybe that's why Hanzo's just like, nah, you fucking
There's rumors about him.
It's nothing to do with anybody who's killed or any sort of misuse of being a samurai. He's just a bit of a pedo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it?
I think so. Obviously that I don't think that's true. But it's quite funny.
He's just supposed to be. He's clearly supposed to be incredibly charismatic.
Yeah.
I think it. I did like. I thought the casting for Bill was really good because it could quite easily have been a household name.
Yeah.
Because you don't see him for a while.
No.
And it's like the elusive Bill. Like, who is this mysterious Bill?
The first time you properly see him is at the fake
Church.
wedding.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the first time you really see him. You hear him a few times, but you don't see him.
Yeah.
Which
so
again is quite clever.
Yeah. And I think it's like he's an interesting guy, but more because of the lore around him.
Yeah.
Than actually him. Because when you do sort of see him and you're listening to him, it's like, oh, bore off, will you? No wonder.
I think we mentioned it before when we did the Pulp Fiction one, but Samuel L. Jackson's character is supposed to be Jules from Pulp Fiction as well. Because he says he at the end of Pulp Fiction, he says he's going to go off into the distance and find himself, doesn't he? And do the
he's a pianist, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's a pianist in the church. So that's again supposed to be Jules from Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I don't know though. I don't think I just there's a lot of these. If Steve Buscemi is supposed to be the guy in Jack Rabbit Slims,
yeah.
I don't believe any of that.
No,
because they're just not like literally the only thing that is similar is it's the same actor.
Yeah,
that is it.
And
there's no other similarity. If Jules was in that situation, it wouldn't have gone down like
that. But you don't know the time between
Pulp Fiction and that.
I agree with you, but that's what it's supposed to be.
And the guy in Jack Rabbit Slims, it's like, it's Steve Buscemi, but he's not Mr. Is he Mr. Pink?
Mr. Pink, yeah.
Yeah. So
why am I Mr. Pink?
Yeah. But I just don't. It's fantastical. It's nice to think that there's another link, but I just don't think it's. I don't think it's a believable one. I don't think that is Jules at all.
No, I don't. I'll stop mentioning him. I'm sorry, I do apologize, Ross.
Yeah, but I forgot again. Actually, for a second, I was thinking, who's Samuel L. Jackson play?
You don't see his face, do you? He's filmed from behind for all of it.
Yeah, you see a little bit of him in the background.
Yeah, from a distance, but when he's actually talking, he's filmed from behind.
Yeah. Because Fatima didn't believe me it was him. I was like, that's Samuel L. Jackson. She was like, no, it isn't. I was like, you can tell just from the back of his head it's him.
Yeah.
Not because he looks a particular way, it's because you've seen him that many times.
Yeah.
Like,
and you can hear his voice at the same time.
Yeah. Exactly. Samuel L's voice. But I don't know. I think because Tarantino's been quite clear about jacking it all in. Tarantino's been quite clear about basically going to either write books or do something on like Broadway.
Yeah.
But actually not make any. I think he's got like one more feature.
One film. But technically, he classes Kill Bill 1 and 2 as one film. So technically, he could class the third one as the same film.
Yeah, but I just don't think there's been any. I don't think he's actually said anything since then about Kill Bill 3, has he? Yeah,
he wants to do it. He wants to do it. But whether he will, I don't know.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting because obviously it is 20 years since it came out.
Yeah, I'd be really excited if he was going to do it.
Yeah, it'd be mad.
But I don't know. I'm not expecting it.
No, not anytime soon.
But I really need to see Once Upon. There's a few that have slipped past me completely. Like I've seen Death Proof once.
Yeah.
I've never seen Planet Terror.
Well, that's Robert Rodriguez, so you don't have to watch that for this.
So was he just like a producer or something?
Yeah, he directs a few scenes in it, and the two are interlinked, so they work together.
But he directed Death Proof.
Directed Death Proof and a few scenes in Planet Terror. But
is Planet Terror the one with the girl with the machine gun for a leg or something?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
He didn't direct From Dusk Till Dawn, did he?
No.
Just produced that. Or did he just act in it?
And wrote it.
He wrote it, did he?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. With Robert Rodriguez.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Is that a trilogy or is it just two of them?
What, From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yeah.
There's a trilogy, but I've never seen the other two because they're nothing to do with anything else.
Yeah. So Tarantino wasn't involved at all in the other two?
No.
I mean, he must have signed over the rights to let him do it.
Must have done, but they look terrible. I'm never going to watch them.
Yeah.
Promise you. That's a Simon promise. I'm never going to watch them.
That's a Parker promise right
Yeah,
there.
Parker promise right there.
Yeah, in sealed.
I think Robert Patrick is in one of them.
Robert Patrick.
Yeah, played the Terminator, the other Terminator.
What?
You know Terminator 2?
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah.
The liquid robot.
Yeah.
That's
Brilliant.
me. That's me doing him running.
Awesome film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's in the second or third one. So the cast is complete. I think Danny Trejo is the only person that's in all of them.
Yeah.
Of course.
Well, actually, yeah. He'll do anything. Him.
Yeah. Do I get to take my top off and show my tattoos? Yes, I'm in.
Yeah. Do I get to be a bandito?
Yeah. Have you ever seen Machete though?
I don't think I have, no.
Well, they're Robert Rodriguez again, and that's Danny Trejo.
Yeah, is that his like sort of shining work? Is Machete?
No. Who? Danny
Trejo.
Trejo. I don't know. He's good in it. He's good in it, but he's exactly what you expect him to be.
Yeah, well, he was actually like a gangbanger, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I think he like the character that he portrays, the characters that he portrays, the roles he takes on. Like he used to genuinely be
like
a bit
that.
of a gangster.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like a bit of a cartel sort of guy.
Right. Okay.
I believe he's one of them, just like Paulie Walnuts in Sopranos.
Yeah.
But he actually was a gangster for a long time.
Which one's Paulie?
Paulie Wings. He's got
Is he the one? Oh,
the capo in the Soprano family.
The one that always wash your hands after you tie your shoelaces.
Yeah.
Because
always doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've still never seen the last few episodes of Sopranos.
Oh, stop fucking around, man. I still watch them on Sky Atlantic. I don't care which episode it is or whereabouts it is. It's the best series ever made. It's fucking brilliant.
I think there was a gap in between the two halves of the last series, wasn't there? You probably don't remember it, but
no.
The first half came out, watched all of that, was looking forward to it, and then for some reason I just never got around to watching the second half.
So you've probably never seen many Saints of Newark, then, have you?
No. There's just no point yet. I will watch it, but I think what I'll need to do is go back.
It's a prequel, so you don't need to watch it. It's got nothing to do with the end of Sopranos.
Oh yeah, I suppose there is that.
It's literally Tony Soprano as a kid.
Yeah, I just need to watch the last few episodes. I think it's the last 6 or something.
Right.
I've not seen, so I know what happens. So it's not going to be a surprise, and I'll be waiting for it. But yeah. Don't know why actually, but no, but now because it's been so long, I've got to go back from the start and watch them all again.
Yeah, I've got them all on. I asked for the entire box set on Blu-ray.
Yeah,
and I've had it for a couple of years. I haven't even opened it.
I think it's a big commitment.
Yeah, it's like 6 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
And I have seen it all 3 times.
Yeah,
and then I've seen random episodes in, on top of that. And I've got like like the way Facebook works and the algorithms, and it picks up what you like to watch. So, or if I just go on random videos, there's so many Sopranos things on there.
Yeah, it's
it'll just be like 6-minute clips, and I'll watch them over and over again. I think they're absolutely brilliant. They don't even need to have like
any
a particularly
context.
good line, or it's just anything. I'll suck the lot off. It's just I'll just take the lot. It's brilliant.
There's a few bits in that the way that Steve Buscemi gets like a load of cash because it's just dumped behind a car pulls up, just dumps a load of cash, but it's suddenly got cash again. Do you remember that? I just like, what? That wouldn't happen.
Well, he comes out of prison, and then he tries to go legit.
Yeah.
And he tries, he gets his physio qualification, and then he starts trying to open a spa. And then he gets asked to whack someone by another family. The New York family basically approach him and ask him to whack someone.
Yeah.
But he does it without the permission of Tony. And then he starts getting chased down and he puts him in hiding. But Tony thought that he never actually did it.
Yeah.
And that he was being sort of pegged, he was being fingered for it. But interesting that I accidentally said pegged instead of fingered. But when he finds out he actually did do it, he goes and kills him himself.
Yeah.
But he does. He gets given like the casino, and he gets a shitload of money, and he gets basically given everything he needs to continue working as a captain in the Soprano family. But he's brilliant in that. He's a great character in that. It's Steve Buscemi.
Yeah.
You just see more of him, more of his acting, more of his sort of acumen. And he's in it for a long. He's in it a lot. You know,
he's pretty much in it a whole series, isn't he?
Tony Blundetto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will watch it again. I will complete watching it at some point. Thanks for joining us on this journey through Kill Bill and out the other end of Ross's cat flap. Next time it will be Death Proof. Is it next?
Well, I was going to ask you what are the next.
Yeah,
two?
Death Proof next. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to double check actually because I don't want.
It is Death Proof. Death Proof, and what's the one after that?
Inglorious Bastards.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, that one. Yeah, because Inglorious Bastards, that's my favourite one in that. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't need to watch that again.
I'm going to anyway. We watched it 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to watch it again.
I'll watch it. I watched it in the last 6 months.
Yeah. So join us next time for Death Proof.
Yeah.
And thanks for joining us. Did you enjoy that, Ross?
Oh yes, lovely stuff.
We did talk about it a bit, yeah. So good. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, do you know? I started watching Apocalypse Now again.
All right. Okay.
I've started twice, and I want to sit down and actually try and watch it.
Yeah, I need to think what to watch tonight.
Yeah.
What should I watch? Because normally, the thing is, if I don't plan what to watch, I'll end up picking some shit I've never heard of.
That stars someone that you've heard of a bit that was in a scene of one of the films that you liked.
I'm just a fucker for picking crap horror films. I do it all the time. But then part of me is thinking, because it's like, when it's just me, because Fatima's not back till tomorrow.
It doesn't matter.
So it doesn't matter, yeah. So it's like, well, I'll use this opportunity to watch something that she'd have gone, no.
Yeah. and most of the time, quite rightly.
Oh, yeah. And after the film, she's like, I told you it'd be shit. No,
Yeah. Well, that's what she'll do. She'll go through Netflix or whatever, and she'll pick something, and I'll just go, no, it looks terrible. But I won't say anything. Yeah. And then about 5 minutes in, I'll start giving her like a side eye like that. And she'll just ignore me. And then like, something ridiculous will happen. I'll just kind of go. And she'll go, I know. But she'll insist on watching all of it.
Yeah.
Which I kind of quite respect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm the same. You can't abandon it. It'd have to be something truly like.
Oh no! Some of the ones she's chosen, I just drop them.
Yeah.
I've got to go watch Death Proof actually.
Yeah.
I kept thinking, it's obviously we've had a week or so, and I kept thinking, shall I watch the next one? I thought, no, I need to keep it fresh. I need to watch
That's
it.
Yeah. I mean, with each passing day, I'm fucking remembering less and less. Yeah. Yeah.
What's Uma Thurman's character called?
Yeah. You know he's got an absolute turkey neck down there.